Alright, so I just snuck into this building because I thought this background looked fucking cool, but at any second, I could get arrested. So I'm gonna try to make this video quick. Okay, first of all, so the other day I'm on social media, some website, and I basically read some meme pic that some chick posted about giving your man a threesome in the relationship and life is too short or whatnot. It's like a meme pic basically. And in the comments, one of the comments that stuck out to me is a comment that was talking about a dude who was basically talking about how he has threesomes with his current wife and his ex-wife. And there were comments that were like, oh man, props. Like, there was one comment that was like, yo, this dude is even lying. Like, this dude gotta be lying. Another dude's like, hey man, you living the life. He actually said it in the comment. He was like, shit man, I'm living the life. And I couldn't help but think like, just judging by the comments, even though it was a dude just talking, it wasn't even like he was posting a picture for people to get salty or whatever. You could kind of still feel the salt levels from dudes. You could still kind of feel dudes kind of bitter. It's like that's the shit. Is you think like if you post something awesome that dudes would be like awesome, but they're really not. Most of the time they kind of there's a lot of underneath saltiness. So that shit kills me because for me, that's not even crazy. It really isn't crazy. One of the reasons why it's so crazy to dudes is because you originally don't have that as a plan or as part of your identity. Not so much identity, but an ego-driven goal. Like, if, for example, if you don't think, like if you take most dudes who are ugly, they won't even try to talk to a hot chick because they feel like that shit is outside, completely outside of like just the realm of possibilities. So when it comes to threesomes, most dudes, they meet a girl, they're just happy to meet a pretty bitch. They're not planting the seed early. And that's ultimately what this video is about. It's about planting the seed early. Now, when it came to girls, I always planted it right from the beginning that, yo, I'm a sexual being. I'm not other dudes, okay? If you want to keep me around, then you need to quickly strip yourself of all your like social conditionings and all the shit that you used to think about whatever the fucking life no longer matters. And it puts them into a frame like, wow, this dude is like, he's a sexy dude. They want to validate themselves to you. They want to show that they're not a square. Most dudes, when they meet a girl, they're meeting a girl like, she's a girl, I like her, we're going out, we're gonna go on a date, and all this type of shit. But ultimately, if you don't have it as a goal, you're never gonna make it a goal. So there's no point. Here's what dudes do. They'll meet a girl, they say they like her, they'll start to go out, and then in a year or two or three, then they suddenly decide, I want a threesome. So now they're going up to their girlfriend, who the whole time she's been thinking of you as some monogamous type lovey-dovey, I love you, boo bear type motherfucker, and now you coming up to her like, hey baby, so what do you think about a threesome? Not only that, but half the time these dudes, they're going up to these chicks when they're fucking sober and they're not even aroused. That was another thing that, like, a lot of shit I did this shit out of common sense, but I thought it was common sense, but it's really not common sense. For example, I knew, like, if I took a stiff kind of chick, I can't just take her while she's totally normal and start talking about threesomes and expect her to just jump for joy. I need to get her aroused first. So you got these dudes, you don't set the precedent from the beginning that you the threesome type of dude. So you just get into a relationship and then you want to throw it on her a year or two or three later, which is still, you can still pull it up because girls are still sexual beings way beyond what they try to give off. But it just kills me because from the jump, you need to set it as a goal and you need to plant the seed early. From the get-go, I was planting the seed early, like, oh, we're gonna be having threesomes, you're gonna be my stripper cold-core wife. I used to make jokes like that. You don't have to go that far, but the point is I'm planting the seed early. That when you're around me, you do unconventional shit and you don't, and it's just between us also. That's another thing. You just make sure that it's between you two and you take away that anti-whore and public perception shit that all bitches worried about, okay? Because you know how girls are, they sneaky. So this is just something that just killed me because a lot of the comments were just salty, and in reality, it really isn't that crazy. You could totally have a threesome with your current girlfriend and your last girlfriend if you are that motherfucker. I'm telling you, it's just like those Those dudes who say shit like, my girlfriend doesn't suck my dick. But if that bitch was in front of her male celebrity crush trying to get his validation, trust me, that bitch would be sucking dick on a handstand, okay? Don't get it twisted for a motherfucking second.